Hello friends, I am Nisanka. I welcome cordially to my channel Let's Toy with English. Now friends, today's class is devised to give you some suggestions, or rather in the form of a trick, how to be a very fluent speaker in English. Do you follow my point? You know, many of the persons are well versed with English, or rather in English, but they scarcely speak in English because there is a very particular problem. And what is that problem? The problem is the lack of confidence. And why they or you are not that much confident to speak in English, that is the question that is to be explained to you in this class. Now before I come to that point, that one trick, I would like to tell you two stories, mind it, two stories. Those two stories of very divergent character, of opposite character and of opposite situations. Now listen to me. The first story is like this. One day a lady came to me. She was very aggrieved. She wanted to lodge a complaint. She just simply asked me, would you tell me whom to lodge the complaint with? I then suggested her, you may write a complaint against whom I do not know, and we lodge that complaint with such and such person. Then the lady continuously insisted on writing the application for her. I then told her, Madam, I don't have much time to write application for you. You try. It's a very simple thing. Write such and such way and I will help you. But the lady did not pay heed to me and still insisted on writing the application to me. Ultimately, I was forced to write the application, and that was written in English, and then I asked her to sign under the letter. To my utter surprise, I saw that. What did I saw? What did I see rather? He signed in Hindi. I was quite surprised. The lady was speaking so fluent in English, writing in Hindi, her signature. I then could not but ask her, how is this, madam? She smiled and told me that, sir, we stay not in Bengal, but outside Bengal, that was probably in Rajasthan. And we live in a government colony, that is where the government employees live. And the government employees are from different parts of India. Naturally, the language of exchanging views was obviously English. Since I live there, I have to live there, I started listening to them, and ultimately I mastered that art of speaking in English. This is the story. So you see that a person who does not know the very ABC of English can be fluent in English. But how? That is the question to be solved today. And the other story is like this. When I was a student of class MA in English, one of our professors was rather a very scholarly professor. She graduated from Oxford. She graduated in postgraduated in English from Oxford and got a PhD on English literature from Oxford. But you'll be surprised to hear or know that that very lady, in most of the times, used to speak in Bengali, that is our mother tongue, in the class. Yes, that is the fact. So you see, a person who knows so much of English may not be fluent in English, but a person who does not know anything about English can be very vibrant, very vocal in English. But how? That is the question. And the one trick that I suggest to say is that be confident. Think yourself that I can be a fluent speaker if I try. So this is the story, and these are the stories. I end it here, and let us come to the point one by one. Now here are the points to become a very fluent speaker in English. Now I am going to discuss one after the other. First of all, try to improve your vocabulary. Now the question is, how to improve my vocabulary? Listen to me. Try to keep a new notebook. And what is to do with that? You have to collect at least from any source 5 to 10 words every day. And these words you should write over there in the notebook and read it time and again and try to write it. When you are going to bed at night, try to recapitulate what you have read that day or what you have written that day. Do you follow my point? This will help you immensely to enlarge your vocabulary. Number one. Number two, watch cartoon films and English films with subtitles of your own language. You see, in cartoon films are generally meant for the children, and the language over there is also very simple. That is quite understandable. I think you will be able to follow those languages. And the English films, you do not understand English, it is quite obvious. Then how will you understand the film? From the subtitles given over there. And when these subtitles are given, try to match the English words against each of the words of the subtitle. That will help you know the English language, and it will also help you to improve your vocabulary. Number three, read children's storybooks. Why children's storybooks, my friends? Because children's storybooks are written in very simple day-to-day languages so that they can understand and enjoy easily. So I think if you can read through all these books, this will also help you to improve your vocabulary, and that will help you ultimately in speaking in English. Number four, try to keep a daily diary. One thing, if you are writing a diary, you are alone then. No one is around you. You can write freely whatever has happened that day. And you are writing in your own language. Now make it a habit. You will try to write everyday's happenings try to keep a record in the diary and make it a habit. So after some weeks, you must look back into those papers where your previous experiences were recorded. How it will help you? It will help you in this way that you can understand how much you have improved in English language. Do you follow my point? Now the next point. Watch and listen to news, debates, discussions, sports commentary on TV, and also social sites. Discussions on TV, or rather discussions on TV. In discussions and debates, there are many persons who represent the different strata of society. All of them do not speak in the same level. The speaking level are quite different. It will help you in a great way. Mind it. And the commentary, especially the sports commentary, you who are the young chaps, you generally watch sports and you know the terms of sports. So if you listen or watch the TV commentaries, it will help you to be confident, to become quite aware of the language itself. It will help you in both ways. It will improve your vocabulary, and also it will show you how to speak in English quite confidently. I am time and again repeating the one word, vocabulary, because without the improvement of vocabulary, you cannot be as fluent a speaker in English as you expect to be. Mind it. So, I am coming to the next point. Now the sixth point is, try to express yourself in English to your friend of your level. What is this? Try to express yourself in English of your level. Why of your level, dear friend? Because the friend who is of your level, there will be no question of being ashamed, feel ashamed or feel shy, because whatever he knows, you also know up to that level. Then there is no question of fear of expressing or exposing yourself. And it should be your habit to speak or try to speak anything on any event, be it a journey, be it a visit to some important place. Exchange your experiences with that friend who has also similar experiences. He will also tell something. The exchange of views, it will help you to become more and more confident, because there is no question of being felt affronted or insulted or anything like this. So be frank before your friend and try to speak in English as much as possible. Now the seventh point is, form an association of friends of your level. For the same reason, there will be a group of your friends who belong to the same level. Which level? The knowledge of English level, not other level, not social status, not anything. Level means the knowledge of English, because no one of you will feel ashamed or feel shy before yourselves while expressing yourself in English. And I'll tell you once again, make it a habit. Try to meet every day with your friends and have some discussions on different subjects of your liking. It will help you immensely. It will make you more and more confident. The 8th point, don't bother about grammatical mistake. This is the most important and vital point. Why, my friends? Because we are on the same boat. I did have the same experience that you are now having. When I was a student, I was also shy of speaking in front of others. Why? Oh, wow. Maybe I may be committing some mistakes. What do other people think of me? They will think of me that the boy is extra smart, or like this. Maybe commenting. Don't bother about that. When you speak in colloquial language, do you follow exactly the grammar? No. When you speak on your mother tongue, do you follow the exact grammatical language? No. So, don't be afraid of anything. Don't be afraid of grammatical nuances. Yes, it is important whenever you are writing something. Okay? Try to be confident. In the beginning of my class, I had already told you, the only trick is that be confident and think that we are on the same boat. And for your information, I would like to mention one statistics here that will help you to become more confident in that sense. According to the statistics of Government of India, only 35% of the total population know English. What did I say? Only 35% of Indian population know English. That is, the 65% of the total population at all do not know English. So we are the fortunate ones who know English. And to be more funny matter is that only 50% of that 35% can speak in English. Only 50% of the 35%, not the total population, can speak in English. Speak in English. So brother, we are on the same boat. Before I end my class, I would like to tell you one or two things more. What are the benefits of speaking in English? Yes, there are some benefits, because we live in a non-speaking country, or whoever are watching me, the people, the persons, the boys and girls who are living in non-English speaking countries, in those countries, who can speak in English, he or she gets a greater advantage, a bigger advantage. What are those advantages? Suppose some person is arguing with you on some subject. In your own language, you become angry and start speaking in English. You will see that that man will become afraid and keep mum. And he will start looking at you with awe. Oh, what a chap, what a girl he or she is. He's so smart, she is so smart. This is a very advantageous thing, mind it. But come to the most important point. Suppose two persons have gone to an interview for bagging a job. One of the persons giving answers in fluent English. The other person having same qualification, having same ability, are somewhat faulty whenever he is speaking in English. I am sure the person who is speaking in English fluently will get the leverage, will get the advantage. It is our experience, and it will be your experience also. And you know, in our countries, in other countries also, there are so many BPOs, there are so many call centers where one thing is very much needed: to speak fluently in English, and to some extent correctly also, and that may land you in a job that will bring you the bread, a daily bread rather. Okay, my friend, I think I have been able to give you some correct advice or correct suggestions or right suggestions to fulfill your desire to be a fluent speaker in English. Thank you for watching my channel. Thank you again. Now friends, I would like to tell you one thing more, without which I think my duty will remain incomplete. And that is, please subscribe to my channel so that you can follow me in all my classes. You can have or you can get free videos like these ones in future, and also like and share so that your friends can have an opportunity to follow my channel and also to follow me. And last of all, if you have any problem, face any kind of problem, any difficulty, as I have already promised to you that we will be toying with this language, with the grammar. We will make it easy. That is my duty. If I fail in my duty, it is your duty to remind me that, sir, you have deviated from your promise. Don't forget that. Okay, friend, thank you for watching my channel and also following me. Have a nice time.